Behind the badge, corruption festered. The police department turned law into a weapon, driving families from their homes under the guise of justice. It didn't strike at random. They hunted carefully, targeting black and minority homes. But one night, they picked the wrong house. To them, Marcus Hayes was just another name on a falsified warrant. Another black man they could frame, brutalize, and erase. But they never could have imagined he was a Navy SEAL. So they kicked in his door. They stormed his home, weapons drawn, ready to make an example of him. They vandalized, humiliated, and planted evidence, fully believing they were in control. By the time they realized their mistake, Marcus Hayes was already fighting back. They thought the system would protect them. They thought no one would ever fight back. But this time, the system won't save them. Because Marcus Hayes isn't running. And justice is coming for them all. The evening sun cast its golden glow across the neatly trimmed lawns and quiet streets of Ridgewood Heights, illuminating each pristine home that stood in silent rows, a neighborhood appearing peaceful, yet secretly marred by unseen divisions and prejudice. Marcus Hayes leaned against his porch railing, his powerful arms crossed as his thoughtful gaze settled upon a distant point. Memories of past missions and camaraderie mingled with the reality of civilian life, a life he hoped would provide him the calm he had fought so fiercely to protect. But the stillness was deceptive. Beneath the comforting routine lay an unease he couldn't quite place, something subtle, sinister, an undercurrent that whispered he didn't belong here. Not entirely. Since his honorable discharge from the Navy SEALs, Marcus had sought nothing but simplicity and peace, returning home to rebuild a quiet existence in the modest, welcoming home he had carefully restored with his own hands. The wooden floors, fresh paint, and the carefully arranged pictures of family and friends. Each detail symbolized his hard-fought return to normalcy. Yet every now and then, the shadow of suspicion crept upon him, whether it appeared as an accusing stare from passing police cars, the uncomfortable questions from neighbors, or the unsettling silence following his greetings to some in town who refused to acknowledge him, simply because he was different, because his very presence challenged their perceptions. Marcus had learned to endure such prejudice silently, maintaining his dignity and calm composure. His military training had taught him that restraint often spoke louder than retaliation. But that restraint was about to end.